What's up, YouTube? 2005 GLI. Just a quick update on what has or has not been getting done over the last year or so. Last video I think I had is when I was working on my Jersey Central ES44 DC and SD70M-2s, custom painted in the Red Baron scheme. ES44 7519 8013 for the M-2. Haven't finished fixing them since they came tumbling down off this actual shelf rack here. They were on that shelf there and landed on the floor nose first. Busted up quite a bit. Got everything repaired. It's kind of hard to focus on it, but everything's been straightened out. I just got to touch it up with some primer, then hit it up with the red Susquehanna projects that still not done. Well done, just need to have handrails put on, then have the DCC decoders added. Did have one of my 70Ms from Susquehanna have Tsunami installed. I got a 45 with just basic DCC. 3634 from Susquehanna. It's got Tsunami in it. And this is a SD40-2 for Susquehanna in 3018. The interesting chop nodes. That also has a sound from Tsunami installed. I just spent the last 2 hours cleaning out my training closet, trying to organize it better. Most of the rolling stock and stuff on those two shelves. This rack here is pretty much just a project rack, which never seems to quite go down. That Lehigh Valley SD90 Mac, did everything myself, custom built everything, added all these detail parts to it, had a friend install the Tsunami sound and LEDs. I'm unfortunately going to be taking the sound out of it and adding it to my fleet of Susquehanna SD60s. I have that one, and I have another one down here that I have sound installed that's painted in Lehigh Valley Cornell red. So that's going to have the sound decoder and speaker taken out as well. Someday they'll be put up on YouTube, on eBay to sell. I'm not going to do it just now. I have too many projects right now. Well, not projects, but items going up. That's it for the training closet. This pile of crap here is all going on eBay tonight, hopefully. At PTK Switcher 9. Some coaling tower I won in a thing a couple years ago, and a bunch of covered hoppers and stuff from Intermountain, Atherton. So I throw them up in eBay dirt cheap. These projects I've been working on for almost a year as well. Started a lot of this last summer, beginning of the fall, right before my ultimate kit bash project was completed, which was my son, Daniel Gerard. He's born on September 14th of last year, and has taken up most of my time. It's a blast having him. He's a great kid. He's going on 10 months and he's just unbelievable. It's gonna be a year soon, which is kind of crazy to think, but slowly, when I do have the time, work on these. It's not like the past where I can spend 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours sometimes working on projects and getting them done. But right now I got myself, this will be Susquehanna 3014. It's an SD40 tunnel motor. Did all the detail work I can. Try and get as close to accurate. I'm not going for 100%. I'm probably not going to do the air lines on the trucks or to the air filters or tanks like that. I'm just not into all that crazy super detailing. But once I actually finished this last year, right now it's actually just waiting for primer. I don't really have to do anything to it. Atherton announced they were going to release 3014 finally and do a rerun of the Susquehanna tunnel motor. So all the time and money I spent looking for the shell, the model, and the parts, I could have just waited it out and bought a ready to run version from Atherton. But oh well, you live and you learn. These are going to be my Susquehanna SD60 fleet, painted in black and gold. Only 5 of them. I have a 6th one. It's in my train closet. I just got to finish it up. That one won't be as accurate as these are because that one was built long before Susquehanna or any photos were taking of the completed units. I was going by what they've done on previous units. These are pretty prototypically accurate. Again, I'm not going super detailing on these. 3 of them or 2 of them have the sills that are able to come off, so those that I can take apart will be getting Smoky Valley stanchions, which if anyone's installed, these things suck. I do not like doing it. I mean, the plastic is a pain in the ass as well because you have to try and separate the colors, but I hate doing this. But whatever. Trying to get as much of the good details as possible. I got double firecracker antennas on the roof. I don't know why it's not focusing, but K5LA center mounted in above the engine doors in the roof. Winterization hatches from Detail Associates on all 5 units. The 6th unit, I'm going to have to add it eventually because I figured they probably would have taken it off, but they didn't. I don't know if you're going to be able to see. I got Detail West plow on there, and I got the MU receptacles. I'm going to be adding a couple more of them in there so you can have a dummy receptacle. I'm not going to be adding the MU hoses. Some of these things, I just can't stand detailing them too much. I probably will add cut levers eventually. I'm just not going to do it now. Now with having a son, money is extremely tight. So when I do need to buy things, I usually have to go into my train closet and try and find something to sell to offset the price because it can't just be blowing money left and right like I was. Well, not like I was, but before we had a kid. You know, the kid comes first before everything. So that's those 5, and this is my Kato SD70 Mac nose headlight. It was undecorated unit. I decided not to sell it last year, and same thing right in the fall. I tried, banging out as much as possible, and I did this. I had the DLH SD70M or 70 Mac flared radiator kit to it with the I think it's Detail Associates fans, I can't remember. DW K5LA horn. I'm a big fan of the K5LAs. Added the lift rings, and stupid me put them on the nose and the rear, which are going to end up having to get ripped off because when I do paint this, because this is going to be painted in the Red Baron CNJ Jersey Central scheme as well, I got to put the chevrons on the nose, and I'm not about to try and mask or try and get around those things, front and rear. So those will end up having to get ripped out and holes re-drilled. Also added the big Details West CSX plow. I'm a big fan of these large plows, Western style plows. CSX uses them on some of the bigger motors. Got the smaller ones that are for the Susquehanna, which are pretty much what they use now. Also got another project in the works that's going to be a long way out because I got to build the long hood sides for it. It's a New Jersey Transit Jeep